It has been a month since heeseung left ENHYPEN, a month since Belift dropped that announcement on a random Tuesday, and I have cycled through the 5 stages of grief at least 7 times now. And even after all this time, it still feels surreal. With how sudden, random, and suspicious the whole thing was, there was no way the fandom would not be enraged. The suspicion only intensified considering how abruptly his events, which everyone expected the full group to attend, were being rescheduled. To make matters worse, ENHYPEN stopped airing entirely, despite having already teased several upcoming episodes featuring heeseung. The narrative that heeseung and Belift Lab had reached a mutual agreement after lengthy discussions became increasingly difficult to believe. Consequently, the fandom unleashed its full wrath. This backlash took the form of protest trucks, trending hashtags, and even physical demonstrations at the HYBE headquarters, alongside a petition that eventually garnered over 2 million signatures. Ultimately, the only outcome was a divided fandom that was dismissed as being possessive and parasocial. And that's genuinely sad, because the people doing this weren't doing it out of malice. Flash forward to the present, and the situation hasn't improved. While ENHYPEN prepares for a new comeback and tour, heeseung has officially rebranded as ENHYPEN. The backlash was instantaneous. Netizens have flooded social media with hate, calling him selfish or a Nugu idol and taunting him with questions about whether he can ever replicate the success he had with the group. Others have gone as far as to claim he chose the name ENHYPEN solely to appeal to global audiences. Honestly, reading these hate tweets and comments directed at him and the other members boils my blood. ENHYPEN has always been his English name. There was even that funny phase where the fandom thought his name was actually Ethan.
데뷔 초 때 우리 엔지분들께서 이제 제 영어 이름을 이든으로 알고 계셨어요.
근데 사실 저도요.
저도 그래서
맞아요.
근데 너무 그렇게 믿고 계시니까 제가 이제 아니라고 하기 좀 그랬었어요. 근데 사실 에반입니다.
에반.
As I mentioned earlier, the fandom has become deeply divided. When his personal Instagram account launched, the comments were split down the middle. Half the people claimed the photos were AI generated and his followers were just bots, arguing it was all an attempt by Belift to pretend everything is fine. Meanwhile, the other half pushed back, telling those fans to move on and just let heeseung live. While I did come across accounts that were just created, have no followers, or use random usernames, I can't really say I am sure they are bots and an evil scheme is at play. As for the AI pictures, at this point, I can't tell anymore. Bot followers are not uncommon, and AI imagery has gotten to a point where even trained eyes get fooled. So the suspicion isn't crazy, but it's also not proof of anything. Speculating is an abyss with no way out, which is why I think we should avoid it as much as possible. One thing I'll never truly understand is why the members weren't allowed to share a proper farewell, just something simple to celebrate the journey they all shared with heeseung. These guys literally grew up together. They've lived through every high and low side by side. It's not like heeseung was involved in a scandal or committed a crime where the group has to disassociate from him. This was someone who has been with ENHYPEN since before the group existed, someone who trained, debuted, and built something real with these members. Instead of celebrating this new journey he's embarking on, we barely got anything at all, let alone closure. Honestly, ENHYPEN won't feel the same way it used to, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Each member is so important that any change is bound to be felt deeply. To me, ENHYPEN is defined by its members, and I'm definitely going to miss ENHYPEN's heeseung. I'll probably cry during the next comeback when I don't hear heeseung's vocals alongside the others. I will miss watching him just being the comedy king he is with the group, or those moments where he is the best hyung. But we'll always have the memories we made with them. Those won't ever die. Now that we've been introduced to ENHYPEN, I'm so excited to see the art he creates. After all, the ace would never let us down.